I'm half Italian and all the Italians down there.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to A Conversation with Colin. I'm Greg, and this is my roommate, Colin. Now, sometimes Colin says crazy stuff. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I reach into my random topic pile, pull one out, toss it at him, and we talk it out for your amusement. I hit the thing. If you like that, like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends. Colin, are you ready?
Yes.
Today's topic of conversation is the perfect boob size and the perfect dick size. This is from Walkie407. To be clear, Walkie only asked about boob size. And I thought that was a bit, well, no, we're going to cover all of it at once. You know what I mean? Okay. Dick size, boob size, Let's go. What do you got to say about that? My answer is whatever gets the job done.
Okay.
I've seen beautiful small breasts. I've seen beautiful big breasts. I've seen beautiful small dicks, mine. I've seen beautiful big dicks, Colin's.
Right.
Yeah. That's how it goes around.
I'm half Italian and all the Italians down there.
I don't know, is that, are Italians known for having big dicks?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And also Irish people are known for having small dicks.
I know.
You got to compensate somehow.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's all relative, right?
Yeah.
I've seen beautiful, small, perky breasts.
Yeah. I like how you smiled totally.
This is such an awkward fucking
the most
conversation.
pervy smile I've seen. Beautiful, small, perky bros.
But I've also seen large, bulbous, sloppy breasts that have, that are bigger, and so bigger is often better for a lot of men, right? But I don't agree in that case. I think that it depends on the woman, the size of the woman, the stature of the woman.
I think there's a fine line, and also it's personal preference.
I think it's not something that's like the be all end all to me. I think that I think it's about if you have think about a really skinny girl with overtly fake boobs. That's not hot to me.
No.
I think that's weird. So
you like a more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where I stand on that. As far as dick size is concerned.
When you were a kid, I mean, has your dick always been so big that you don't have to worry about it, or were you ever concerned oh man, maybe I have a small dick?
No, I think everyone's concerned about you have nothing to when you're a kid, especially when we grew up. Yeah. Well, it's even today the case. You grew up with porn, right? But back in the day, it was Playboy and Hustler. When we were kids, we didn't have internet porn until we were teenagers.
Right.
And so we would sneak into my friend's dad's closet and look at his Playboys or whatever. And all you have to judge it are these porn stars' massive dicks.
Yeah.
And you're is everyone's dick this big?
Yeah.
Then you start playing sports and you start seeing other your contemporaries naked and stuff, and you realize I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then I like what I'm working with.
Okay.
I'm quite happy with it.
All right.
To each his own. Yeah. I think the perfect dick size is really more about what the woman or the man that is receiving the penis wants.
Sure.
Because I think you could make anything work.
I almost had it this entire conversation.
Because I think you can, I think that there's probably, every woman, every man probably has a different touch, right? A different thing that gets them off or that they like. And so different sizes, different girths, all that kind of stuff will pleasure a different person in different ways.
Yeah. I think it's all about confidence in a way, right? We're talking about boobs or a dick here. It's whatever you're beautiful as you are. One of those lame things to say, but it's true, right? If you're a good person and you're gonna hook up with people, you're gonna be great. Everything's gonna be fun. If you're gonna go to fucking key parties and stuff, well, maybe then that you should be totally skilled in the ways of whatever. But I suck at sex. But look at me, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all about. I think the boobs are something that are more visible, right? And so so a girl I think a girl is probably more proud of her breasts than a man might be of his penis because it's just or more self-conscious of them because they're just more out there. You can't.
The public is always judging.
Right, exactly.
Right,
you can't.
Right.
Unless you're in a '80s hair metal band, you're not going to see your dick, right? Over your pants. It's,
sure.
It's.
Or if you're John Hamm, he doesn't wear boxers or whatever, and so his dick's always thinking. And then they take photos and he's got a good dick according to the photos. But then in interviews he's it sucks that people talk about my dick so much. But it's well, why aren't you wearing underwear?
Yeah, they make him wear underwear in Mad Men.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So. Because it would be a distracting thing or whatever. So I think that a woman is under more societal pressure to fit some sort of mold that really only asshole men or fashion magazines or whatever really try to fit them into.
Right.
With a guy, it's something that's hidden until the most intimate moments, right?
And by most of the time you've gotten that far, I think you're all right.
Right.
And maybe it's just, you know, like I'm a normal dude. I'm Midwest or whatever. I'm only showing my dick to people. I'm like, hey, we have a connection. This is going somewhere. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like it's not just whatever slut. Here's my dick, and she's like, oh, it's a small dick. I'm like, get out of here. No one will hear you cry.
Jeez.
That's never happened. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like. But yeah, I think if for the people at home, whether you're viewing this worrying about your dicks or your breasts, also really creepy that when I look at the camera out the back, there's a dad and his children looking out the window. But anyways, don't worry about it. I say, don't worry about it.
I think you got to work with what you work with, and you know, I think that especially with a man's penis, it's more about how you use it to make another person's life a little bit better.
Well, as we all know from most of the things you read about online or whatever, it's not even, you know, straight sex usually. I'm only talking about heterosexual sex.
Jesus, we're getting real deep in here.
Well, I mean, vaginal penetration usually isn't what leads to an orgasm for a female. You usually got to get down to your hands, your face, do some stuff.
Do your face, you just kind of get in there.
I don't know how to do that either. Someone direct me to a conversation about sex, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Thank God you do a podcast that gives people love advice.
Well, usually my advice on Super Knockin' Boots, gameovergreggy.com/knockin' boots. Usually my advice there is just, what do you fucking care? Just go for it. You know what I mean? Like, especially if, like, this is the whole thing. If you're in a relationship and you're about to have sex, don't sweat it. You've done the legwork there.
Yeah.
That person already likes you enough for that to work out.
Yeah, and I will also say that, like, I just feel like for both sexes, for like the woman with the breasts and for the man with the penis, right? We have all these things that we think are societal norms that really aren't.
No.
And we should stop putting pressure on ourselves to conform to certain things that we think are most attractive to like the man or the woman that you want. Because when I watched that show Project Runway with my girlfriend, I actually really like that show a lot. But the models that model that, you know, they're beautiful, like, you know, perfect runway models, but I actually don't find them attractive. There's one of the designers on the show is much more attractive than any of the models. But like she probably wouldn't know that because she, in my eyes, because she thinks that these models are the perfect specimen of what a woman's form should be. And I think that both sexes don't realize that the other sex, or the same sex, if that's, you know, if you're you know, a homosexual person or whatever, actually want something that's a little more normal and a little more like girl next door or guy next door kind of thing, as opposed to like this thing where you have huge tits or you're a huge dick. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like that we're under all this pressure.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like that's not what people are really looking
connections, like the one you and I have.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that question. Walkie407. Colin, thank you for your time, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about boobs and dick sizes? Do they matter or whatnot? Yeah, leave a comment below. It ain't gonna cost nothing. Then, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Until next Tuesday or Thursday, have a conversational day.
First of all, does she really want a picture of my dick?
Probably
not.